Hello, this is Mrs. Russo, and I'm going to talk to you about Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Estimate Quotients Using Multiples. And today's focus and the strategy that we're using is to use a table to help us achieve that. So we have the dividend 131 divided by the divisor 4, and our goal is to find the quotient, or close to the quotient because we're estimating. So we're starting off with a table with counting numbers on the top and multiples at the bottom. Well, the multiples are going to be of what our divisor is. So I'm going to go ahead and plug 4 into the multiples. Now I could start off with 1, and then 1 times 4 is 4, but I need to get close to 131. Well, that's going to take a very, very long table. So a trick I was teaching them today is to maybe multiply by 10. 4 times 10 is 40, not quite close to 131. So then I have them multiplied by 20. 4 times 20 is 80, getting closer, but not close enough that I want to start my table. So I'm doing 4 times 30 gives me 120. That might be a good number to count from. Now counting numbers are 1, 2, and so on, and you keep continuing to count. Well, what would be the next number you would count after 30? It'd be 31, 32, and so on until you complete your table. Now, I could go off to the side to find my 31st multiple of 4. I could go off to the side and do 31 times 4. I could, but it's not necessary. So if you notice, some students have a plus 4 at the bottom, so all they need to remember is to add 4 to their previous multiple. So I'm going to go through. They want to go past 131. So I have 132 for this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. I could fill out the rest of the table, but it's unnecessary at this point. So I have found that these two numbers are what I want. So on their paper, they're going to write that 131 is between 128 and 132. So you're going to list the multiples on that. So our answer is about, and this is when they need to think a little bit, the differences between the numbers. Is 131 closer to 128 or 132? Well, if I count and find the difference between 128 and 131, it would be 3. So 29, 30, 31, that's 3 numbers difference between them. If I count up from 131 to my larger number, 132, the difference is only 1. So this is where we're going to add our counting number. So our answer is about 33. Now I want them to make sure their answer makes sense. So is 33 times 4 about 131? So I like when we're doing division to do the inverse operation, because multiplication is more in their comfort zone than division at this point, just to double check and see, is my answer reasonable? Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Again, this is just one strategy of estimating quotients using multiples, which is just focusing on tables. So we will be using some other strategies which we'll introduce to you later this week. Thank you, and thanks for watching.